Hello there. I'm Nu-Trix, and today we're looking into expansion SDK log for the Drumlogue. Now, you know that the Drumlogue is part of the family of the different synthesizers and sound devices from Korg using Logue SDK. So, development kit that people can create their own synthesizers or effects or sound generator or sampler, modifier, whatever you want. And then you can load them inside the Drumlogue or other synthesizer. Now, the Drumlogue does not have exactly the same protocol, if you want, as the other synthesizers. It has to be compiled for the Drumlogue or adapted to the Drumlogue. So if you find something for other synthesizer, it will not work by default in it. It needs to be adapted by somebody who knows what he's doing, or her. So what I'm doing today, I'm going to talk about 5 of the SDK that I looked at and I found really interesting to add up to the Drumlogue. And as I'm filming this, I got an email from one of the developer telling me that there's a new one. So there's going to be 5 plus 1 today. The one place you should go look for, I put the link below. It's in GitHub. There's a Korg Logue SDK place to look at all of them. In the Drumlogue, there's 4 different types of units you can create. You can create synth, you can create delay effects, reverb effects, and master effects. So these also could be part of the SDK options. I'm going to just look at synthesizers. Here are the synthesizers, and they're all made for drums. I tested a lot of them, and the one that I find the most useful and functional, I'm not saying that the other ones are not good. I'm saying that it's not always easy, but you have to read and follow the path, the information. Some of them are free, some of them you have to pay for. I did buy about 5 of them, 6 of them, and I used the free one, and I decided that really there's like 5 of them plus 1 that are really cool to use, easy to use, and you get to the result quite easy, and they all have a very specific reason to exist. So we'll start with the first one. They're already loaded in my Drumlogue, so I'm going to go into, we have Riffline, we have Resonator, Minitone is the other one I want to talk about, the different logs, LogPad, and Lillian. These are the one I want to talk today because these are really cool to have. So the Minitone, and you have presets. Minitone is from Buchau Instrument. It's pay what you want. So this one is a 2 oscillator with a 2-pole filter. It's a low pass of 12, an ADSR envelope. You have your cutoff, your resonance, envelope generator assigned to the filter. You have a different waveform you can choose. You have 2 of them, so 1 and 2. You have the octave, the pitch, the shape you can change. The shape of your sample or your source. You have the tag decay, sustain, release, balance between the 2 oscillators, an envelope for the amplitude, and you want a type of modulation like a ring modulation, a sync, ring sync, transpose octave 1 and 2, transpose plus ring. So there's a lot of controls here. Cool little monophonic 2 oscillator plus a noise ADSR. It does the job, you know, simple, efficient. Next one, the Lillian. Lillian is also from Buchow. For Lillian, that's here. Lillian is using mutable instrument braids, the oscillator code that is available from that. And then you have it's also monophonic. But then there's a lot of different. This one, if you know a mutable braid, it's actually pretty complex. You get a lot of different shapes you can work with, so a very wide range of options here. And too much for just one little video. I mean, we can do a whole video just on mutable braids. You have the timbre control, you got the color control. Then you have a curve for the attack. You get different type of trigger. And then you got decay plus attack plus so this is really weird to start working with, but there's a lot of options. So that's the trigger of it. And then you got the attack and decay. You have your source. Do you want to combine them, multiply them, divide them? So that's for controlling the VCA source. Same logic for the FM source and the intensity of it. And then we get B, same logic for B, and then you combine A and B, and then you can control the master, and then even the number of bits, and the sample rate. So it's really complex. Third one is the one that I did talk about. The LogPad is basically a way to load samples, and you have the option of the LogPad 2, 4, 8, and 16. It's like playing 2 sample, 4 sample, 8 sample, or 16 sample, and for each of them you get different controls. So it's basically that section that's sent because a sampler player, and then you've got control over the length of the sample. It can sustain, it can loop, it can go forward and backward. It becomes a, I would say, old school sampler fully. So that's why LogPad, for me, it's a cool thing. The other one, it's Riffline. Riffline, you go, okay, that's a synthesizer. Yeah, but this one is actually polyphonic. It's a polyphonic 4-note synthesizer for the Drumlogue. Now, the problem with that is the sequencer is not polyphonic, but if you're playing live on top, or if you have another sequencer controlling just that part, you can have these 4 voices parts playing on top. But if you listen to what it does, the synthesis of it, outside of being polyphonic, is actually a supersaw. So you have the detune and the blend. So if you want a supersaw inside the Drumlogue and a polyphonic synthesizer, that's the option. Now the last one I want to talk about is not a synth, is an effect. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to send this one to delay. And I'm going to take a simple sound. I'm going to go back to the Minitone. So I've got the delay right now working. So instead of stereo delay, I'm going to look for one that is called Delay Lab. So this one is really weird and fun. Delay Lab basically reminds you that a delay, if you control it with an LFO and you have feedback and cross mod between two delay with all of that, you can create chorus, you can create phaser, flanger, and of course delay. So this is all of that into one. So you can actually say one delay with an LFO changing the speed of the delay feedbacks. It can be really weird and fun. You can have kind of a tape delay if you want. Something more like a chorus when you're short in time. The way you control this is how much time. If you're under 20 milliseconds, you're usually inside the world of the flanger chorus. Then the question is, how much feedback do you want? You even have a filter. So you can really have it flanging and low passing. Or you can bring down the feedback. And you have this one, that's cool. There you go. Flanger. Because now we have feedback that is here. So really powerful because you can switch between so many different colors of flanger, chorus, delay, but you need to be ready to dive in and make your own tweaks into that. But it really is an open options here. That's it. So a quick video about 5 cool SDK log expansions for the Drumlogue. And when I said the 6th one, there's one that just been released called Acid Bass from the same person that did the Riffline. It is made to resemble the sound of the TB303. So if you want to have that TB vibe right into the Korg with this, and it has a dedicated, of course, filter and a distortion or a drive right into the plugin itself. So that's one way to go if you were looking for that. That's it. I hope this is useful. I'll put the link below for all of these in the links. And if you like what they do, well, it's a pay what you want most of the time. So just at least pay them a coffee. That's the minimum you could do if you like what they're doing. That's it. Stay safe, make more music, and see you soon. Cheers.